Welcome guys, I am Jake from Blowback Airsoft and today we're going to be talking about Facepro. Now before we start the video guys, if you have ever started your day of Airsoft looking like an old dog with cataracts, leave a like on the video guys. Today we are talking about face protection. Now, face protection is not just one thing, it's four, and we're going to dive into that in the video. First up, some would say the most important thing when you're at an Airsoft game. Now, your eyes. Your eyes, you only have two of them, unless you're inbred, so make sure you protect them. So what are my recommendations for eye protection? So you have three main types of eye protection. You got your glasses, you got your dye masks, so full face masks, and you got your mesh. So when it comes to eye protection, don't cheap out. You only have one set of eyes, don't get them shot out. So what do I run? So personally, my two pairs of eye protection are revision sawflies, which are military standard, ballistic rated, and also Wiley X's, which are also ballistic rated glasses. Now, these are both attached with elasticated straps at the back, which means that they aren't falling off your head and you're not getting your eye shot out and looking like a pirate for the rest of your life. So that's an important thing to look out for when buying glasses. Anything military surplus usually will do the job nicely. I just know from experience these both work well. Now, if you're a particularly sweaty bastard, you might look at either dye masks or full face masks or mesh. Now, in regards to dye masks, they aren't sweat proof. As a fat friend of mine found out, they do in fact fog up if you are in fact fat enough. If you're light and not too sweaty, they should be fine. Now, if you want mesh glasses, you need to be aware they are not 100% safe. If a BB hits them and you got shit BBs, they will shatter and you get a bit of dust in your eye and it could suck. Aside from that, rust will happen eventually to any mesh glasses. Now, as soon as you see rust, those need to go straight in the bin and get yourself a new pair. I'd recommend changing cycle about every 18 months, which adds up over time. If you want yourself a quality pair of mesh, something like Hero Sharks, they're a UK-based company, so if you're in the US, you might be a bit shafted there. Shafted means fucked. And therefore that's kind of your problem to deal with. Now, the second part of this video is I'd say the more important of either side. Safe glasses are one thing, but glasses you can see through are a total different thing altogether. So I think a lot of you know where I'm going with this. If you've ever had a pair of glasses, say these for instance, and you've started your day and within a minute it looks like this. Now, that's quite hard to see through, as you can imagine. It's like walking around with cum on your eye. I mean, like not cum on your eyes. Anyway, it's not good. You can't see fuck all, and it's a tragedy. When it comes to playing Airsoft, it will ruin your day. So, these are revision wipes. These are made by Revision, and they're designed for Revision products. Now, they will work with any glasses, and I'm going to prove to you right now how good they are. Now, this is how the wipe I've had open about a month, and I'm just going to prove to you how good they are. So, this, very, very foggy. Now, this wipe's been open about a month, and all I'm going to do is put a quick little coating on the glasses. Okay, so, quick coating applied. Now, that's the difference. That wasn't even a proper coating, but you can see straight away, it's not fogging. Fogging sorted. On to the next one. Now, the third thing people like to think about when they're thinking about their face protection is their teeths. Their teeths with an F. They want to protect the teeth. Now, steel masks are great, but they're a little bit uncomfortable, especially for people who are cursed, well, or blessed, with particularly big schnozzles. Now, where I get around that, Delta Mic Facepro. Now, this is basically just a mesh snood with a steel insert in the front. Now, it's got a bit of padding here, so it's nice and comfortable, but it sits in your mouth, like that, just below your nose, and it's great. Keeps you cool, protects your teeth. The nose shots hurt, but when you've got a big nose like me, you can't afford to be picky. Now, this, paired with the glasses, will be fantastic. I ran these at weekend events, and you honestly barely notice they're fucking on you. It's brilliant. Best £25 ever spent on Airsoft. Can't recommend it enough. Not much more to be said about this one. Now, with those out of the way, this fourth one is one that often gets overlooked. You might be asking, what is it? Now, it's your head. It's all about your head. All about the fucking noggin. So, if you are like me and you run a fast helmet, you'll notice fast helmets trap a lot of heat, especially ones like mine with no holes in it. Now, if you want to learn more about helmet setups and what you should and shouldn't do, check the card up there and have a little look at what I said about them last time. Now, if you can avoid it, don't run a helmet. Helmets will trap heat, and if heat can't go up, it's going to come back down, and it's just going to cause sweat onto your glasses, and that's not a good time for anyone involved. So what I recommend, strongly, don't use a helmet if you can avoid it. But two options I highly can recommend: boonie hats or bush hats, whatever you want to fucking call them, and baseball caps. They will allow heat to dissipate, and it still keeps your head nice and covered, and as I talk about in my helmet video, still gives you that element of concealment. With all of those four things paired together, you should now have everything you need to get into your potentially first airsoft game and set yourself up for a winning combination. And hopefully, guys, these tips will provide some use to you. Now, guys, I feel like I've bored you for far too long about face protection. I really have said everything I need to say. So, with that in mind, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what your setups are. What do you like? What do you change? Any little tips? Any of you are just really sweaty and want to share that with the class? Leave it down below, guys, and let me know. I have been Jake from Blowback Airsoft. Have a wonderful day.
Oh, the camera's still on? Oh, right, okay.